5 seconds to go. Start. The reason of the preponderance of their strength, the managing agents made it impossible for a controller under the Essential Supplies Act to function, and they also made it difficult for the company to run smoothly under the normal law. It was against this background that the Act was passed, and it is evident that the facts which were placed before the legislature with regard to Sholapur Mill were of an extraordinary character and fully justified the company being treated as a class by itself. There were undoubtedly other mills which were open to the charge of mismanagement, but the criteria adopted by the government, which, in my opinion, cannot be said to be arbitrary or unreasonable, is not applicable to any of them. As we have seen, one of the criteria was that a mere allegation of mismanagement should not be enough, and no drastic step, such as is envisaged in the Act, should be taken without there being a complete inquiry. In the case of Sholapur Mill, a complete inquiry had been made, and the revelations which were made as a result of such inquiry were startling. It can thus be seen that Fazal Ali Judge found that before the Act was passed, the matter was placed before the Standing Committee of the Industrial Advisory Council, where a large number of leading industrialists of the country were present. It was ultimately realized that that was a case where the government could rightly and properly intervene. It was further found that when the matter was discussed on the floor of the House, it emerged that there were about 35 weaving and spinning mills which were closed for one reason or the other. Some of them were closed for want of cotton, some due to overstock, some for want of capital, and some on account of mismanagement. However, while singling out the Sholapur mill, the Parliament had taken into consideration various factors. One of them was that the undertaking was related to an industry which was of national importance. It was found that the Sholapur mill was one of the largest mills in Asia and employed 13,000 workers. Another factor was that it was an economic unit and was working in two shifts before it was closed down. It was further found that prior to 1947, the highest dividend paid by the company was rupees 525 per share, and the lowest was rupees 100. It was further noticed that only when the management was taken over by the managing agents, Sholapur mill started showing losses. It was further found that the managing agents had acquired the control over the majority of the shares of the Sholapur mill, and a large number of shareholders who were dissatisfied with the management had been rendered powerless. It was further found that by reason of the preponderance of their strength, the managing agents made it impossible for a controller under the Essential Supplies Act to function. In the totality of the circumstances, the court found that a situation of an extraordinary character had arisen which fully justified the Sholapur mill being treated as a class by itself. It was further found that though the other companies were also open to the charge of mismanagement, however, the criterion made applicable by the government to Sholapur mill for singling out could not be said to be arbitrary or unreasonable. It could further be noticed that four reasons were given by the government for singling out the Sholapur mill. Stop.